Tomorrow, in Universal Healing, we're gonna work with a specific healing to the excretory system. And this is such a beautiful, important aspect of our body, and metaphorically of our life as well. So what do we do when we excrete something from our body? It's of course part a strong and beautiful part of the digestion, of the feeding. When we feed with something and then we digest, we take what we need to nourish our body, to nourish our system. And when that nourishment happens, there are some residual aspects that we don't need anymore. And those residues, all these things that we don't need anymore in our body, they just go. We let them go. And it's such an important thing, because without that, we would not be able to have this flowing body. Flowing meaning that we are in this body, it's always regenerating itself. All the cells are dying and reproducing and constantly. So this letting go of the parts that are not being in use or serving us anymore, it's a process that is happening all the time. So it's so important for us to keep that sense in our body, to keep that energy of presence, being in the moment and letting go of the moment that just passed by. So it's the same for any experience. And when we work with the excretory system, we find that people are having trouble about letting go, because sometimes the perception that we have is that we are letting go the things. And now I'm talking in a more emotional or energetic way aspect of the letting go, that is not as much as the physical letting go, even though it affects to that. And I'm gonna make an example, because how many people do we find that have suffered with Crohn's disease or colon cancer, or trouble with their kidneys? Many different illnesses or conditions are related to this. And I'm just gonna focus in this moment, because I don't want to make it so long, but like the Crohn's disease, I remember working with, I'm gonna just present this one client that I remember, and how for him, what energetically was making him so hard to let go, it was that he didn't want to let go. He didn't, let's say that person had to change his religion in order to marry his wife, and even though he was kind of okay with it, talking and all that, there was a component of really not letting go on that. Really, I had to let go, but I didn't want to, and I feel angry about it in the underneath levels. So that was affecting his capacity to let go even in the physical way. So his colon, that is the last part where we let go, it was irritable. And the energy that we felt there and that we work with was, I have to let go. And it was not just the revision, it's everything that implies the revision, that it's like the family tradition, many ancestral energies of belonging. So all that was there. So sometimes to let go is not that easy, and it's why it's good to be very aware of this, to be very aware of also the attachments that we may have in life. And if, because life is inviting us to let go of things that we are very dear of, things that we care for, or people that we care for, it's important to talk about it. I'm of course I'm an energy healer, and I like to recommend energy healing because it really helps to move that energy that have tendency to get stagnant there, and to end up creating situations in our body that then later can affect us deeply, can even finish the function of the body in ways. So I recommend energy healing. I recommend personal process. If you are in a process of change is happening in life. One of the things that is very clear is that change happens all the time, every moment. We may not be aware, but like the ancient Greeks said, you cannot swim twice in the same water, in the same spot, in the river, because the river keeps just flowing, and the water that is here, it just goes. And the life and the moment that we are now is not the moment that it's coming now or now. So how more we can relate with this movement in life, and how more we can feel that in us, how more we can be with our emotions, allow them, and also with our boundaries. Talking about that client, what if he had really respect his own boundaries and say, look, maybe we can do it in another way, so I don't have to let go of those things that are really important for me. Because sometimes we need to let go. Sometimes it's very healthy to just keep letting go and living life in a detached way, because we know that things come and go. And also it's also very important to respect our personal our personal feelings, and respect the rhythm that we have as well in letting go. It's why it's so important grieving and acknowledging our pain and how much we love a person that we just lost in our life. And so letting go is such an important thing. And if you want to join us in universal healing, universalhealing.org, you can join us and be there tomorrow, because we're going to work with all these energies. We're going to focus in the physical aspect of our system that help us to let go of the things that we don't need anymore for the health of our body. And also we're going to work with the energetic aspects of it. So I'm seeing ourselves working with the first, second, and third chakra for sure. And also the respiratory system will be included, because we let go all the time from the CO2 that comes out from our lungs, that it's been transported by our blood and our lymphatic system. So see, everything is related. But our body works that way, and nourishing, digesting, and finally letting go to make a space for the new. And this is also an important conclusion that you realize usually when you do personal process in letting go, that usually in the movement of life, in the movement of change, there is a moment that we understand that when we are forced to let go, is because something new is coming. So we can really experience the new experience that is opening up for us. And when we are able to flow with that, life becomes this amazing adventure of enjoying every moment, because we don't know when this moment is ending, and what is coming in the next moment. And it's how we grow, and it's how we expand, and it's how we learn different ways to be. So if you like, you can be with us, receiving this very specific healing that we're going to do tomorrow, Wednesday, December 1st, at 11 a.m. East Coast time. So thank you.